Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, beat and flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, beat and flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the New York Jets. Badgley now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
We're going to sign. 52's the money. Check 52's the money. Man, that's trash.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
I'm coming after you. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Tackles.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 52, 52. Like that.
Operating from the gun. Beck. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Try to punch it in with Eckler. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 20, 10, 5. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 69 yards.
The tackle by Derwin James. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Check. Check. Red lady. Check.
The first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The Chargers 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
I got one. Share. Lady.
Darnold. Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Colby Listenby, 77 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
You draw Corker.
Play action. It's Darnold. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check. General West.
Darnold now to throw. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Tighten up.
Faking the give, Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 99. Bravo. Let's go. Get set. Let's go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. Hey, high 7. Like 3. There. Look at me. Zipped it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Back. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, box drop. That's it. Hey. Gotta get moving, man. Deep grip.
On third down, Beck. And that will be incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So on fourth down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Here's Darnold. Screen pass to Lindsey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Jet bomber. Hey, I need one over here. I need one, young lady. Mark.
To throw is Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cannon. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And picked up by the Chargers. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards.
He's coming, double up.
First and 10.
Check 24.
Topper!
Darnold from the red zone now. Escaping the pressure. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
I got him. Hey, lady. Number 28. Smooth. He's coming. Check in. Now
Darnold. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing again. Back. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Kill.
On 1st and 10, Beck. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Draw play, it's Eckler. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Throwing on 3rd and long. Beck. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Mike by two. Ready?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And it's now 21-17. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, Echo.
From the gun, Beck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Blue down. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Yeah. Go.
To throw again. Beck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Push him back. Sponge. No. Here we go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Bank. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Squeeze. Hey, Irvin. Hey.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Young lady. Check 25. Check 25. Check. Switch.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Young lady.
Another run by Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go, son. Let's get the ball. Double time. 3 down. Ready.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go, son. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Check.
Here's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Darnold from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lindsey. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Catanzaro's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
3, 218, chop. Tight is Wingo. Tight is on Wingo. Tight is on Wingo. Hey, 2. You got 3 down. Mike 3. 2.
To throw on 3rd down. Back. And it's complete. Henry. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Ready? Look. Here we go. Hey, team 6. I got you. Hey, look 3.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw on second down. Back. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. From the gun, back, and he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And now look at him go. 30, past the 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Hey, nice 7. Go.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Hey, check Mike 39. Leo.
On 3rd and 2, Beck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Motion, motion, motion. 49.
2nd and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zip, snap.
Operating from the gun. Back. And right side, Henry's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Kill, kill, kill. Hey, exit. Mike 9, Mike 9.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Watch the run. Hey. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Yo, go. Hit it.
From the gun, back, and Allen's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
1st down, Chargers.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Back. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, Alpha. 52's the mark, boy. 52. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Ready?
Throwing again. Back. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Back. And this is complete. It's Allen. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw. They're running it. Hey, check back. Hey, let go. Watch the curl. Like 6. Go. Like 6. Get it.
Back to throw. Back. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. A win would be their first of the young season. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Wide, get wide.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Single receiver. Watch number 5. Watch the slants. 5.
Now it's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check motion. Mike, 28.
Darnold now to throw. And he's got a moonwalk. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the offense up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Lindsey. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This from long, very long range. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the book.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jets, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.